I picked up books from 10 new to me authors. Now, while most of them were unforgettable, I did have a couple that were not so much. My name is Raquel. Welcome and welcome back. So, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing the best and the worst authors and books, what disappointed me, what surprised me, and which books I want to read again, and which ones are going to be one and done. So let's get into it. The first book is called Outstanding Feelings. It is by A. Blossom. And this book definitely surprised me. It is a poly romance, which I have never read a poly romance, in addition to never reading this author before. So I was definitely in for a surprise. But what surprised me more than anything is how much I enjoyed the book. So it is about three friends who grow up together, two guys and a girl. The guy and the girl, one of the guys and the girl get together, and then it's time to go off to college. They were supposed to go off to college together, but uh, the girl's boyfriend takes off and goes to a different college. And so she's heartbroken, they break up. The other guy and the girl actually do go ahead and go to college, to the same college. They wind up in a relationship. Everything is wonderful, and he comes back home. Now they don't know how to feel because he broke her heart. She's feeling some kind of way. But not only that, they were all best friends since they were little kids. And so, as they are kind of trying to work out what's happening or what happened between them, they realize that there are still some underlying feelings there. I enjoyed this book, and it was such a total shock. I will most definitely be reading more of A. Blossom's catalog. Number two. Um, Number two is Plus Size Player, which I think I talked about it last week or maybe the week before. And this was my first time reading Danielle Allen. As a matter of fact, I wanted to tell you guys, and I forgot that last week when I did Plus Size Player, that is when I realized that that the author of Parachutes and the author of Plus Size Players is not the same person. I was like, wow, I really thought they were the same person. That last name got me. But it's fine. I know now I enjoy Plus Size Player, and I have every intention on reading Curvy Girl Summer at some point. Now, if you are interested in what I thought about the Plus Size Player, there is a review on my channel, so you can go there for that. And then book number three is Natavia. The book is called My G. And I enjoyed this book so much. It was like a movie going off in my head. This one and another one, these two were really, really good. It was like a movie going off in my head. I totally enjoyed it. So Margie is about a 20-year-old whose name is Kiosha. Her mom does not treat her well, and they have a strained relationship. She lives in the house with her mom. She works at a chicken shack, and she takes care of the house and her siblings. Her mom doesn't do anything except for date men in and out of the house. She doesn't buy food. She doesn't pay rent. Nothing. It's all on this daughter of hers. And so, one day she's having a hard time. A friend of hers invites her out on a double date. She talks her into it. She had met this guy earlier in the day who gave her a ride. It was going back and forth like he was really rude. So she's got a slick mouth, so she ain't finna let you just talk to her any kind of way. So they did a little back and forth. And then she asked her to go out on this double date with her. And she goes out on the double date with her, and it turns out to be the guy that she got into the back and forth with earlier today. But that's not it. he also turns out to be her childhood bully. And this is one of those, what do you call it? Set up marriages. One of those, he's got to get married in order to get his inheritance, that kind of story. This is a really good story. I am definitely going to be reading Natalia again. And number four is Shantae Moore. It is called Maid of Honor, which I talked about this book last week as well. This was my first time reading her book. I don't know that I would go into her catalog and try and find something else to read. If I ran across something of hers and found it interesting, yes, but I'm definitely not going into her catalog to look for something else. This book was okay. I liked it. I would give it like maybe a three. There was nothing really spectacular as far as how I feel about the book. Nothing that would make me go into her catalog or want to read another book by her. But I'm not saying that I won't. I'm just saying that I'm not going to seek it out. If somebody recommends it or somehow I come across it, that's a different story. And then number five is the book is called Creed, and the author is India Ray. Now, this is the other book that played like a movie in my head. I enjoyed this book. So, this book is about a guy named Creed, and the woman's name is Sloan. They meet in the airport. She's a therapist. He's a criminal. They meet in the airport. They decide to have a one night stand. She just got out of a relationship, and so she only wants to have this one night stand. She doesn't want to do anything more than that. This man has already decided that this is his woman, and he's got some trauma in addition to, like I said, he's a criminal. He's a part of like a I guess a mob or mafia type thing. His father is head of the mob, and so he's going to be taking his father's place. But he finds out something about his dad that he didn't know, and it kind of puts a monkey wrench in the plans. But this was a really, really good story. I totally enjoyed it. And yes, there is a book too. It is called Riot, and Riot is Creed's brother. And so I am definitely wanting to read Riot. He's in Creed, and just the antics, the stuff that he does in Creed, I definitely want to know. I gotta read his book. And then we have number six, which is Isn't She Lucky? It is by Tina Martin, another book that I talked about last week. I had never read any of her books before, so this one is similar to the other one. These two kids grow up together. They get about 14, they kiss, and they get caught after the kiss, and they get separated. They don't get back together until they're adults. Um, and once they're adults, they both have different stories on, how they got separated. And so that is one of the questions, is to find out what happened. How did they get separated? And that one it's good. It's a little bit sad. I thought it was kind of cute. It wasn't too long. I think it was not much over 100, maybe 130 pages, something like that. It wasn't bad. I did actually go and look for some of Tina Martin's books, but the books that I wanted to read, you have to pay for. And let me just say this: I am not buying any Kindle Unlimited books. So prior to last year, you could buy Kindle Unlimited books and they were yours. As of last year, when you buy Kindle Unlimited books, um, you can read it as much as you want. But I believe if you like discontinue your Kindle service, you don't get to keep those books. And so when they had this thing going on, they had so many days you had to download whatever book you had or had already purchased in order for you to be able to keep them. So I downloaded all of my books and put them on a flash drive. So I'm able to keep those books. And I said, because I cannot keep those books, I'm not going to be purchasing any books. I'll just read the ones, that are on Kindle Unlimited, but I'm not going to purchase any Kindle books. If I'm going to purchase a book, then I'm going to purchase the physical book, because like it's basically me giving them money so that I could read the book, because I can't have it. So no. But she does have a couple of Kindle Unlimited books. It's just the books that I wanted to read were not Kindle Unlimited. And it wasn't super expensive. I think they were $2.99. So maybe if they were 99 cents, I'd buy them. But yeah, no, I'm not giving $3 away. I mean, I'm just not. And the next one is called For the Night. It is by Ray Lease. I read this book. Oh my God. I read this book probably like last year, but I enjoyed it. I really wanted to read some more of her books, but I just never got around to it. This one is the bonus book in the Sunflower series, and it is so good. So it is about this lady. I think the lady is like a principal or the director of the school. She's something. She has some type of administrative duty at the school. So one of the kids doesn't get picked up. Somebody was supposed to pick her up. They didn't show, so she calls the father. The father comes to pick the child up, and that is how they meet. He starts to flirt with her, and he keeps flirting with her, and different things are happening, and eventually she goes out on a date with him. And now they got friends with benefit. They are going at it. They really, really like each other. I enjoyed this book so much. And I do want to read something else by her, because I have never forgotten this book. It was so good. And like I said, I read it like last year. But I just have not gotten around to any of her other books. And then we have Keat. Keat is the name of the author. The name of the book is Dash. Now, this book is a trip. The book is only about 50 pages. Dash is the guy, it is the name of the guy. So, Dash is driving a car and he's doing deliveries. So, when I was first reading the book, I thought he was like gonna be delivering like marijuana or something. When in fact it turns out he's delivering himself. So they have this whole little setup, like I assume the way Uber or DoorDash does. Like he gets a message on his phone with the address, and they, I guess, send the money through um this little automated system thing they have or whatever, and he goes over, he takes care of his business, he comes out and he waits for the next call. I thought this was such a unique idea. The book wasn't bad itself, but the idea was awesome to me. I really like that. So I'm curious to see what other kinds of books she has. What other ideas are they unique like this one, or was this just a one off? I'm definitely gonna check out Heat. And I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's how I'm pronouncing it. It is spelled Kyeate. And then number 9 is Victoria C. Now, this one, um, it is called The Brazy Family. This one is dark romance. Not only was this my first author, this was my first dark romance. Blew me away. I was not expecting this at all. Um, I don't even really know how to describe it in a way that um that I wouldn't be giving spoilers. All I could say is I've never read a book like this before, and of all the books that I've read with unhinged characters, ain't none of them unhinged like the guy. His name is Navy. None of them's unhinged like Navy. This man is unhinged. He is premeditated unhinged. He's a police officer and part of a mob. And when I tell you he's unhinged, he is unhinged. I really don't know how to explain this book. Um, and it's a part two. So I don't even really know if she likes him or not. Like, I can't really tell if I think she does, but I'm not sure. And then, like, his love is weird. So I don't even know that I don't, wouldn't really call it love. I'd call it obsession, or I don't know. But this book is crazy. And I am like on the fence about if or not I'm gonna read part two. Because this is not my style of book, and it is way over the top. I think for the whole time in the book, I was just kind of like, I was just like, oh my god, oh my god, So I this book made me like feel some kind of way. It was, I don't, I don't know. I can't say. I'll let you know if I read part two or any other dark romance. I'm just not sure. It might be a little heavy for me. And then number three is called um, Salt Don't Go in Tea, and it is by an author named J. Dominique. Now, this is one of those messy books with a lot of people in it, and I love it. Well, I'm loving it because it's a three-part book. I only read book one. So, there is a lady named Amari. She's got a good friend. So Amari is having a difficult time. She's got a son, and her child's father isn't helping her take care of the things that she needs to take care of. She's decided to become an influencer. Her friend is an influencer, but her friend is a popular influencer, and her friend has never like tried to help her in any kind of way in her endeavors. I really would like calling her a friend is, yeah, that ain't really her friend. It's unfortunate, but that ain't her friend. And so she's dating the not Amari. Amari's friend is dating a married man. So there's another influencer that Amari looks up to. She has an opportunity to work with this influencer. Her name is Yara. So she works with Yara. Yara helps her out and helps her, get her channel. So now she's getting invited to parties, and she's got more followers, and all this different stuff. Her friend is jealous, right? Her friend is like saying, like, threatening Amari. Like, how is that your friend and you threatening her? Like, it is so messy. Yara's husband, I think, so it's two guys. One is Psalms and one is Saint. One of these two guys is Yara's husband. One of these two guys is the guy that Amari's friend is dating, and the other guy is trying to get with Amari, not because he likes her, but out of revenge, to try and get revenge on her child. Excuse me, on her child's father. The thing is, Amari doesn't know that's why he's trying to get with her. She she thinks that he's really interested in her when he's not. He's really trying to get back at her child's father. It is messy, and I've only been to book one, but it is messy in book one. I cannot wait to see how the mess goes. I love it. Also, if you read So What Are We by Kia Jones, there was two books out. Book number three is out. So, if you were interested in reading book number three is currently out. I saw it. Beautiful cover. It's green. Oh, it's so pretty. But I want to hear from you. Have you read any of these authors? Uh, have you read any of these books? And who's a new author that you've read lately? Drop it down in the comments. I might have to check them out. They might have to go on my TBR. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and don't forget to do all of the YouTube things like, comment, share, subscribe. And until next time, see you soon.